The Battle of White Marsh, a strategic stalemate in the American Revolution. The Battle of White Marsh, fought from December 5 to December 8, 1777, was a significant engagement during the Philadelphia campaign of the American Revolution. While it did not result in a decisive victory for either side, it was a notable confrontation between the Continental Army under General George Washington and the British forces led by General Sir William Howe. Background. Following the British capture of Philadelphia in September 1777, General William Howe sought to secure the surrounding area. Washington, having retreated from Philadelphia, established defensive positions at White Marsh, located about 14 miles north of the city. Washington hoped to prevent further British advances while maintaining pressure on Howe's forces. The Continental Army, though weakened and suffering from inadequate supplies, was determined to challenge the British. Washington's army had encamped in the area, and Howe, aiming to break the American defensive position, decided to launch an attack on the Continental forces. The battle began on December 5, 1777, when Howe advanced his forces toward the American positions. However, Washington had prepared strong defensive works, including fortified positions along ridges and ravines, which gave his troops a significant advantage. The Americans were able to hold their ground despite several British probes and skirmishes. Although Howe's forces engaged in a series of attacks, the British were unable to break the American lines. After several days of maneuvering and minor clashes, Howe realized that a direct assault on Washington's entrenched position would be too costly and decided to retreat back to Philadelphia. The Continental Army, though outnumbered and in a weakened state, had successfully repelled the British and maintained their positions. Aftermath and significance. The Battle of White Marsh was a strategic stalemate with no clear victor. However, it was an important morale booster for the Continental Army. Washington's forces had successfully held their ground against the British, despite their inferior numbers and difficult conditions. The British retreat marked another failed attempt to decisively defeat the American forces and maintain British control over the region. While the battle itself did not lead to any major shifts in the overall course of the war, it demonstrated the resilience and ability of Washington's army to defend key positions. The Continental Army's success at White Marsh was one of the few bright spots during the winter of 1777, leading up to the difficult winter at Valley Forge, where Washington would reorganize and train his army for future battles.